Hey y'all, trying to find my live. Oh, I know, I need to watch it on Chrome. I'm pulling up Chrome. I'm in my hotel room in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Let me type in YouTube. And I am dry and I can get food. So let me go to my channel, view your channel, live. I just don't see it. That just drives me insane. But let me see if you guys can find it. It says I've been live for 54 seconds. Okay, comment. Nope, that was a previous one. Let me refresh. I don't know. Live, latest. Well, anyway, I'm hoping I'm here and that you can see me, but I'm not going to be able to find comments. I haven't been able to find it. So let me go. I'm going to go to Facebook real quick. Nope. Let me go back to Chrome. Live. Well, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you guys are there, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to, if not, I'll re-record it. So this is the little mailbox we're making. And it's got, I love this, a little flag. I had to go and get some brads. These are not what I'd usually use. I'd usually use tiny ones. The door opens. This one pops open a little bit, so I just put a piece of tape in there. Sometimes it'll stay shut and sometimes it won't. But there, I'll talk about that when we make it. I'll talk about it and I'll show you some things you could do to solve that problem. Let me see, I made some others. This one, and this one's got some like kind of creepy vines. That's included in the pattern. It's number 169 in the on the paper glitter glue. And here's another one. I didn't have the greatest papers. I didn't bring all my great papers with me to the hotel room. I thought I had better choices than I did, but they're like a little bit bland. This was probably the best one. Okay, so first you cut out all the pieces, and I'll show them to you. And let me switch to my overhead, which now I know how to find. I'm going to rotate on my desk. That was actually pretty good, you know, assuming you can see it. Oh, it's upside down. Let me go somewhere. There's a way to find it. To camera, show camera switcher window. Nope. Camera. This is camera, I think. And I can switch down to my iPhone, and I believe I can rotate it. Or so I thought. Rotate. Isn't there a rotate? Rotate. 1, 2. There we go. All right, see, I'm learning things. So these are all the pieces. This is the main body of the mailbox itself. These are the mailbox posts. This is a little envelope. I just think this is so cute. I did one in black with a little stamp. I like this decorative spider web. I used it on this one, on this version. I really like it. And various mailbox options. And I always use a background mailbox piece so that these show up. Actually, obviously I would use orange with the pumpkin. There's an orange one. orange. I've got the bat. Those are the two main options for the flag. I have a spider option, but it's kind of hard to cut out, and it won't cut out that small. And then these are like trim pieces that go around the top of the mailbox, and I've modified them over time. I've made this piece smaller. I think it looks better smaller. And on this piece, I actually got rid of that hole. If you want, like if your little window, your little front mailbox door won't stay open, you can just poke a hole and put a brad in there, and so you can get a piece of paper and close it up. Okay, so I think I've shown you the main things that we need to see. So let's start making the mailbox body. This is just pretty scrapbook paper. It's probably 65-pound scrapbook paper. It's very easy to fold, and it also curves into a mailbox shape very easily. But you may not have that, or you want your mailbox to be very sturdy. So you use one 10-pound cardstock, and this was a prototype. But if you're going to do heavier cardstock, you have to kind of gently curve it, because it doesn't make a nice mailbox shape unless you make an effort to kind of curve the paper. There. So I kind of gently curved it, and I actually sort of made a little crease there, but no big deal. But for the demonstration, I'm going to do the easier one. Okay, so you fold along all the score lines. That's really the first thing we do every time. I'm going to go back and see if I can see it. Oh, I know. I didn't do it right. It says live. We'll see. If I find it afterwards. Fold along the score lines, and this is the glue tab that holds the arched part of the mailbox together. I'm using my Barely Art glue. And I think it's easier if you do the main body of the mailbox before you insert this. So let's see. And I only brought one little clip. There, that'll hold it while I'm... Okay, like I said, you want it to be mailbox shape. So now I'm going to fold these little tabs inward. I hate not being able to see y'all. I figure it's not doing it right, but we'll see. See, that's the way it goes in. And apply glue on all of these little tabs. And now let's insert it into the body of the mailbox. So this makes the back piece. And I will get glue on my fingers, tucking these little tabs in. Got a washcloth here. Okay, kind of. And there is a hole. This is where the post goes. So, but it also forms a nice place to glue the tabs together. So there is the bottom piece. Let's see, let's go ahead and do our front piece. It's got a score line from where you glue it together. Fold these little pieces in. And you really want this crease to be good, to be very well folded, because this is how it's going to flex. You don't want it to be folded so much that it tears, but you want it to be flexible. Okay, now so for this time, I've made little mailboxes before. I have a really cute little bunny mailbox pattern, and I have a Valentine pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this side piece on that makes the structure of the mailbox flap, the mailbox door. Okay. Now this is where the little brad comes in handy. And the curved edge goes on the outside because it makes it a little easier to close. So I'm going to use the brad here, not the brad, the little clamp to hold it. So when I get started working this around, and I should have kind of pre-curved it, but this is very flexible paper, so it's not as critical. And I've also modified this size over time because the door initially was much bigger, but it didn't look good, so let's trim it a little. So there's our door, and if we want more decor on the door, you know, you can add a yellow piece, you can add a black piece for the bat or the spider, or orange, and you know, for the pumpkin. And the pumpkin has a face on it. Let me see if I can find the face. I thought I had it here. Here's the face. So pumpkin cutout, and I would put it on a black piece of cardstock. So that's how you can do the pumpkin. I think for this one, I'm just going to do the bat. So applying glue to the back of the bat. You know, we always apply glue to the piece with the most cutout. There we go. And now we'll glue it to the front of our little door, a mailbox door. Matching it up at the bottom. It actually, again, I said I modified the sizes a little bit. This one's a little bit large. The one in the pattern is exactly the size. It's not, I mean, it may be slightly larger, but it's not this big. Okay, so we've got that. We have the mailbox body. We've got a base. Now, again, there are I've made two bases. One is out of the 110-pound cardstock, and this is out of 65-pound cardstock. It's actually a much sturdier mailbox if you use the 110, but like I said, most of the 110 isn't very decorative. So for this, I'm just going to go ahead and use the lighter weight because I think it looks better. And we can go ahead and glue that in place. So fold your little tabs inward. Kind of a messy view, isn't it? That's a little better. Actually, let's go ahead and add a support strip here. So again, it's easier if you curve it a little bit. Applying glue to the back of it. And this one is a little bit too long. Snip. And if we want the secondary strip, we can put that on. Let's go ahead and, oh, I shouldn't have done that. No, I'm good. Pretty good. So we'll apply glue to the back of this one. It's just for contrast, but also strength. See, I need the hole in the middle. Now our back piece is much more secure. And let's go ahead and do the, put the base in. I'm trying to remember to put the seam in the back, so it should go in this way. And I'm going to go ahead and apply the glue. I think it's easier. It's hard to apply it within the mailbox. It's a, pretty little mailbox. And I think that's good because if you're going to put a treat in it, it's just a couple of treats. It's not like you fill it up with a ton of candy or something. It's just a couple of treats. Makes it more special. Now fold the flaps outward. And that's a little bit awkward. Flaps are staying down. And we can go ahead and add our mailbox door. And this tab goes inside. I found that it opens easier if it goes inside. And like I said, I modified the pattern just a little bit to make it fit better. So I'm having to trim it because I cut this before I modified it. I cut out so many pieces. Put this inside. And I really think you need to hold it for just a second so it won't move. Because when you close it, it'll probably move. Oh yeah, went to look on the computer. I don't see it anywhere. I must be doing it wrong. but I might as well finish this one. Okay, there you go. And this one actually closes well, and we can add another support strip, kind of a decorative strip. And you can do, prettier strips if you have some. If you have some patterns that you like better instead of just plain. Hold it. There we go. And now we do the base. Oh, and if you want to add the kind of the creepy vine, you can add the creepy vine. So let's glue the, what is this? Is it the spider web? Glue that down before. Before you put the mailbox together, obviously. I think it's a cool base. And now we will insert this inside, just like we did the top part. Kind of fold, let me fold the flaps in first. And push it through enough so you can add glue to these tabs. And now we can pull it down and make sure you're gluing it straight. Come on, little door. And now add a couple of solid pieces. We only have like one more thing to do, two more. We got to add the flag, and then we'll add the there's a blank area. There's the where we inserted the post inside the mailbox. We just need a scrap piece of paper. It's in the file. So there we go. Now let's make a flag. What color flag do we want? No, we don't want that. Let's do a bat with a black background. So apply glue to the back of it. And you can find the tiny brads. I usually get them at a hobby store. I had to go to Walmart, and they only had big brads. So these were their big fasteners. It was the last box, too. I was really lucky. So slide it through if I can. Separate them. Open the door. Put the brad in. Open the brad. There we got that. And I don't think I cut an extra piece, but there's a piece in the pattern, so you glue this to the bottom so you won't lose candy or anything inside. And that's how you make the little Halloween mailbox. And I've got two other versions on my website. I've got a bunny version and a Valentine version. So this one's bigger. I made it a little bigger because I figure for Halloween, you will probably want a little more candy. So, and like I said, my papers aren't the greatest because I'm not at home. But that's the Halloween mailbox. And since I don't think this is working live as it is supposed to, I'm going to, let me switch cameras. I'm probably going to have to redo it in just a minute. Okay, so anyway, if you can find this, I do hope you have fun making the little Halloween mailbox. Okay, y'all take care. Bye.